Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing The Owl House episode 13. Now, this was actually a really good episode in my opinion. It did have two plots like usual, but one was like really sidelined. We'll talk about the B plot first, which was the King plot. Basically, and by the way, there's going to be spoilers. Just in case you haven't watched it yet, go watch it, then come back here and watch this because obviously you want to watch my review on it. um, but the King side plot was basically King eating stuff out of dumpsters, Luz telling King like to pretend to not know her because he's eating stuff out of dumpsters. She doesn't want to be embarrassed on her first day of school because that's what happens in this one. She gets her first day of school, which is pretty interesting. um, so King eating stuff out of dumpsters. Eventually, a teacher quits, and then he becomes a teacher. And at the end, he gets kicked out. He teaches his kids really uh, dumb stuff. I guess I don't. We don't know exactly what he teaches his kids, but he teaches his kids how to like scratch in public and weird stuff. But yeah, we get that little plot, and then we head on to the main plot with Luz. So Luz goes to a brand new school. She's kind of nervous because she doesn't want to frick it up because her last human school she did frick it up because of all the shenanigans she pulled. So no one really liked her. Um, so in this one, she doesn't want to frick it up. So she goes there and she basically says to the principal, like, I kind of want to do every magic. And the principal says, like, that's a no go. You're only allowed to do one magic. And she's like, okay. And the principal chooses potions for her, which is a magic, I guess. I wouldn't assume potions was a separate magic. I would assume potions just came with all witches because potions don't really require. Do potions require magic? Maybe some. I don't know. I thought I would think this making potions would just require like ingredients, but whatever, I guess. So he chooses that for her, and then she's kind of looking out the window, seeing other people use different magic, and she's like, "That's really cool." She wants to do it, and then she tries to use a crystal, a future scene ball, crystal ball, right? And then the principal catches her, puts her in detention, which basically means she can't do any magic. But then the detention friends basically show her this secret hidden room that has all these doors around the school, and they actually learn magic through these doors because they go into the classrooms too. So it's actually pretty interesting to see that because they want to actually learn more magic. So they're not actually delinquents, the ones that just do bad things. They're just ones that wanted to learn more magic than they were supposed to learn. So that was pretty interesting. Um, and they kind of become friends. And then Willow and Gus, yeah, that's their names, right? Willow and Gus come to save Luz, and they kind of get mad at her because they basically say like, "Oh, Luz is better than this place," and blah blah blah. And they're like, "Oh, I never knew you were better than this place." So they kind of get mad at her. And then I think it's a basilisk. I think they were saying this was a basilisk. And by the way, we did see Amity in this episode. Um, and she was kind of freaking out. Like Luz was in the school. She's in the school. Just be your friend. Just blah blah blah. She's just kind of pacing back and forth. That was kind of funny. A lot of people think it's because they might like each other. In like a like way. Which will be interesting to see if they do. That will be interesting to see. Although I'm very skeptical that enemy will actually stay friends with Luz because as we all know, she broke her friendship off with Willow. I almost forgot her name. She broke her friendship off with Willow, and we don't know the reason yet. All we know is that she just eventually, when she got older, she broke her friendship off. And I have made a theory on this before. Not going to go too in depth on it, but I think there's probably a different reason why she did that. It's probably either because she was like jealous of her magic potential, or it was because her parents or something told her like, you can't have those friends, like they're weaker than you, you're a higher status sort of thing. And in the trailer, we saw her talking to her parents, I think, or we saw her talking to someone, and she had a frown on her face. So they might be telling her like, stay away from Luz too. She's one of those people you can't hang out with. Which will be very interesting to see, especially if that's right. So I think eventually someone's gonna be like, hey, you're not allowed to hang out with that girl either, because she's weaker than you. She doesn't have the magic. Or maybe she'll get jealous of Lucius' potential, and she'll be like, I can't hang out with you because you're better than me. I just think one of those things are going to happen, obviously. But it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. But anyways, um, we basically see a basilisk sucking out everybody's magic, and Luce and her friends, her new attention buddies, have to save everybody, which they succeed in doing by kicking the basilisk's butt. Because I guess they just surprise it really with the doors, which is cool. So yeah, they surprise it. They win against it. I wonder if I ever see that room again. Shortcut room. Interesting. But yeah, like they basically win against the basilisk, and then the principal's like, "No, you're all in trouble because you're all using different magic. Like, you know what that's gonna do." And Lou stands out for them. And is like, "Hey, listen, they saved your ass, saved your butt, I should say. Um, you better not." And he agrees, and he gives them their own magic. He gives them like 2 studies of magic, what you're not supposed to do. I'm assuming if the witch's coven finds out about this, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But yeah, now she has 3 new friends that we might see here and there. I don't expect we'll see them too often. Not as much as we see Will, Gus, and Annie. But we might see him here and there. And I'm assuming she'll make more friends eventually. Um, but yeah, the witch's coven. If someone like that or some informant for them finds out, they might get mad, especially about Luz because she has like all the colors. So yeah, they might get very mad. I would expect, I would have expected like school and high school and stuff in that dimension to be like, well, this is where you learn all the magics, and then eventually when you get like to the age of like, I don't know, 18 or something like that, that's when you pick the coven you want to be in. Like this is where you learn all the magic, and then that's where you pick the coven. But I guess it's like, no, this is the school where you pick your magic grade. I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I expected to be like, here's where you learn all the magic from this grade to this grade, and then on this grade, and then like when you turn 18, you have to pick. But yeah, all in all, pretty interesting, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be consequences to this. Someone's probably going to find out that there's students with multiple magics, and there's going to be consequences to that. And again, I do think something bad's going to happen with Enemy. God damn it, I can't say her name right. But I think something bad's going to happen with her because I still find it odd that she just broke her friendship off with Willow so easily like that. I just think something bad's going to happen. Like, I think her parents, or maybe she'll get jealous. I think one of those two. So it'll be very interesting to see. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. Best way to keep my content. Link down below my Twitter. And remember, my friends, stay sane. Peace. Hey guys, this video is meant for all ages, although I do have videos meant for the older variety. Check out my channel to watch those. But since it's meant for all ages and YouTube doesn't have a button to click for all ages, they only have younger or older, I have to click the younger because some stupid stuff will happen if I don't. But that means some features are removed. Hopefully it still gets to everyone the same, young and old, but that's beside the point. That means comments are no longer there. But don't worry, I have a Twitter, so you can go down to the link below to my Twitter and comment on that because there will be a tweet about this video. So yeah, go down there and go to my Twitter. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby, and you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look over here, buddy. Look over here.